Hey guys, I wanted to make this quick video discussing if your domain name really matters for the success of your Shopify store. There's been a conversation of .net versus .com. People are using .store now, .org, and I'm here to have this conversation because I had somebody asked a question within a Facebook group that I'm a part of, which I usually don't even check Facebook groups because they're all filled with like amateurs and beginners, but I figured I'd make this video because if somebody has these questions, then I'll be answering them, and I'm gonna try to help somebody out because I'm assuming if somebody has these questions, there's gonna be more people out there. So there's clearly a lot of questions about this .com versus .store. You can see somebody asked it here. Shopify forum. So let me just say straight out, the answer is it doesn't matter. That's a very amateur question. And I actually wrote the answer here, and I said, at the end of the day, .com or .store is a dumb conversation. It has everything to do with how your marketing, is. And the post got some thumbs up and some likes. And one guy asked, how is marketing related to this? And I said, sales don't just show up in your inbox, right? You have to do marketing behind them. And he said, well, how is marketing related to the domain name? And then, people are answering back and saying he never said marketing is related, etc. Basically, I want to make it very clear, guys. Your domain name, whether it's .com, .store, your logo, your domain, the domain name, the part before the .com or the .store, right? All of that is irrelevant, okay? And I'll give you a short example. My very first business, I sold clothing, right? And as you guys know, I'm a terrible speller. Well, guess what? It just so happened that when I bought the domain name like facebook.com or google.com, the domain name of my store, I'm not going to say it out loud because I have legal obligations, but I spelled the domain name wrong. I spelled the word, like there was the word official within the domain name, and I spelled the word official wrong. Can you believe how dumb of a mistake that was? And instead of allowing it to cripple me, okay, and say, oh my God, I messed up the domain, I got to start all over, guess what? I kept it going. And I actually didn't use Shopify at the time. It was a completely different platform. And this was my first business, okay? And I didn't have the extra funds to buy another domain name. I didn't have these kind of abilities, okay, to be very clear. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is people are getting hung up on the wrong things. Whether you're worried about how your logo looks or you're worried about what the name of your brand is, all that does not matter, okay? The only thing that matters is how you market your brand. And I've talked about this before, but marketing has two main pillars, okay? The first one is the traffic that comes in, the quality, and what you're presenting to the traffic is the second pillar, right? And so when I talk about Shopify theme, for example, I use the Wolf of Shopify theme, okay, and you guys have seen me use it, right? This theme is because it promotes success from a conversion standpoint, from a marketing standpoint. Remember, quality of traffic and what the traffic is exposed to, okay? And that has to do with theme, what the traffic is exposed to. Quality of traffic has to do with your advertising, your SEO, all these different factors. So to ask the question .com or .store or .org or .net is the wrong question to ask, okay? And I know how some people say, oh, there's no such thing as the wrong question or there's no such thing as wrong questions. That's not true, okay? Because it tells everybody in the room at what level you're thinking at, okay? I can see that this person is probably a very beginner, probably never built a store in their life, okay? And the person who's communicating with me, this Santi guy, how is marketing related to this? Marketing takes out the aspect of it, right? And so when I told him that, your marketing matters and .com or .net or whatever really doesn't matter, do you think that customers, and I use this example, do you think that customers are going to come to your store, right, have interest in a product and then say all of a sudden, nope, I'm not interested in buying the product because the website domain says .store on it? Right? We live in 2020. This is not, year 2006, okay? People don't have these kind of worries about a certain website the way it was in the past. Okay, and so I told him no. I said basically why I'm saying marketing matters is because you should be concerned and you should really be nitpicking when it comes down to your marketing. That should be the focus. It shouldn't be what your domain name is or what your logo is or how your logo looks like. All that is irrelevant. You should focus on the design of your website when it comes to getting a good Shopify theme. You don't have to use this theme. Use whatever theme you like. I've talked about themes on my YouTube channel. I've actually dissected themes and I built websites using certain themes, so you guys can check that out. I've talked about conversion rates. I've talked about consumer psychology. Those are the things that you should be focusing on, not really the domain name or the branding. The only reason logo and domain name is there so that it's memorable, so that people can remember what it is, so they can type in the name of your website when they want to check on their order or when they want to see your website. They want to know who you are. At the end of the day, if you named your brand, like, for example, there's a website called Pexels, and I'll give you an example. Pexels, right? Pexels, what does that even mean? Imagine if there was no such... Pexels is essentially a place where you get free photos. Imagine Pexels, you didn't know that it was that, and I said Pexels. People are going to be like, what do you mean, pixels? And I'll be like, no, Pexels. What does that word even mean? Or Apple.com, one of the greatest companies of all time, right? Apple. You name your brand that has to do with technology over a fruit, like an apple. Like, my point here is that it has nothing to do with the domain name. The naming, domain name, design, logo, is irrelevant. It is irrelevant to the success of your business, okay? And hopefully this video can help you guys out, just give you some kind of approach, to just remember what's really important when it comes to building your business, all right? Peace.